Good morning, guys. It's just me again today. So Tom has sorry, just moving. This room is getting progressively messier as time goes on. I know you guys can only see this corner, but it's just a problem. It's just a pile of bees in that corner. But anyway, so Tom is not joining us again today. He's on antibiotics, and I've pretty much banned him from doing the workouts until his antibiotic course runs through in a couple days. Because obviously we want everybody's immune system to be as strong as possible right now. And if you're tearing your immune system down while working out, then obviously you can't fight off bugs and all that kind of fun stuff. He does not have the coronavirus. He just has a little bit of an infection in his mouth. So he's fine. He's just on antibiotics for the next couple of days, and hopefully that clears it up. But until then, it's just me. So for this workout, before we get into the stretching bit of it, I just want to be clear that this workout is his idea entirely. I had nothing to do with the first bit of this, so any complaints, send them to him. The second bit was mine. So you're going to need a chair for the second bit. I've got our very, very comfortable lounging chair over here. And I think that's all that's not all you'll need. You'll need a weight or a book or something heavy that you can do a push-pull with, because we've got weighted push-pulls today. I've got a kettlebell, a bag of books will do, anything heavy will do. It doesn't matter, anything that you can push around. We've done these so many times, but I think that's all you're gonna need. Yes. Okay, so let's get into some stretching before we get into the workout. So it's very legs intensive. Is everybody surprised? Let's start with just again with a forward fold. So bend down like as far as is comfortable. You can kind of wiggle around, and I'm gonna hang again because, like I said yesterday, I woke up with a crick in my neck. So you can hang and swing. Just loosen off your hips a little bit. Let your head hang. Try not to hold your head up. Okay. Now from here, let's widen your feet a little bit, and we're going to drop into your squat. Kind of sit. Feel how your squat feels. Feel if anything's tight. You can move around here. I actually feel pretty good this morning. Tuck your fingers under your toes and stand up. Drop down. Stand up. Okay, from here, back up a little bit. From here, you're going to put your hands on the floor and walk forward into a press-up position. Okay, let me move back a little bit. And then from here, you're going to drop down and do a little bit of a cobra. Those sit-ups are just wrecking my abs. Okay. Okay, stack your shoulders over your hands, and then we're going to press up into our downward dog. And again, you can move around here. Move your hips side to side. If you hear her running around back and forth in the background, that's the dog. She's sprinting up and down the garden, and I have the doors open, so I'm sorry if you can hear her running around. Okay, leg comes up, step it forward, and we're going to drop to your knee. Okay, so today I'm going to try and drop into this stretch as deep as I can, just to get my hip open a little bit. Like I said, this first bit is heavily legs. Tom assures me that it's very tough. So back up to your hands and then to your knee, press forward, stretch that hip, back to your hands, back down, back up, tuck your toes under, and then we're going to go back to our downward dog. Okay. Now we're going to do the other side. Then step forward, drop to your knee. So again, dropping as low as you can to your forearms here. You have to stay up on your hands, that's fine. We're stretching this leg here. So drop down. You can open, let me turn this way. You can open your knee to the side if you need more of a stretch in your hip. It's fine. Just try not to roll over your ankle. Obviously, that doesn't feel very nice. So you can open your knee. Okay, up to your hands. Back down. Okay. Tuck your toes under. We'll come back to your downward dog here. Okay, so from here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to try and walk my legs. Let me turn sideways. Walk my legs nice and straight up to my hands. We're going to do just a forward fold here. If you have to, you can put your hands on your, what is this? Shins. Shins, those are shins. Or if you have to bend your knees, you can. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do before we get started, I'm going to use this chair. You can use whatever you've got. Let me get my head on camera. So we're just going to do basically just kicks to warm your hips up. So you can bend your knee and you're just going to swing back and forth 10 times. What you want to avoid doing too much is dipping forward when you're kicking your leg behind you. You can dip forward a little bit, but really just moving the joint around. You can do the same thing to the side if you want, but I don't feel the need to. And then we're going to do the other side as well. So I'm going to stay this way just so you can see. All right. So I'm already kind of sweating because it's hot in here. Tom turned on the heat even though it's warm this morning. Okay, so our workout today is an AMRAP. So it's 10 minutes. The exercises are squats, lunges, split squat jumps, and squat jumps. And I will demonstrate all of those as soon as I have this set up. So squats. So we've got 24 squats, just a normal squat. Then we've got, okay, so 24 lunges. Lunges. I suppose there's no reason you have to do them forward. I suppose you could do backwards if you wanted. Then we've got split squat jumps. So we haven't done these before, I don't think. So you're going to stand in your split squat. So stagger your back foot. Let me see. This might be better. So you don't want your back foot right behind your front foot because you're totally off balance. So stagger your foot out to the side. Then you're going to bend down and jump as your split squat. So you can switch every time. if you want, or you can do all of them and then switch sides. So there's 24 of each of those. That's 12 on each side for the split squat jumps. That's a tough one. And then the last one is 12 squat jumps. So that's just squat jumps. We've done those a million times too. I'm going to move my camera back, I think. Now we've got tripod and jump. That's better. All right, so 10 minutes, 24 of each of them, except the split squat jumps. You're doing 12 on each side. The lunge is 12 on each side, but it's still 24 in total. So 10 minutes, as many rounds as you can, and then we'll go on to the next bit. So let's get started. And go. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then we've got lunges. So I might go backwards. I don't know why, but stepping forward into a lunge always had, or since I had FIA, has hurt my hip. So, okay, split squat jumps. I think I might switch them. Whew. And then 12 squat jumps. This is going to be a miserable one, guys. It's hot. So that's one round. It took me 2.5 minutes. And I'm just having a breather before the next round because this is miserable. Okay, lunges. Okay, now we've got split squat jumps. I think I hate these the most out of anything, ever. back and walk after this, it'll be amazing. All right, squat jumps. Back to squat. Remember, Tom did this one. Actually, I think he stole it from somebody, but he's responsible. It's convenient how he's too sick to do the workout, isn't it? All right, 24. On to our lunges. At some point, this shirt might come off. I apologize in advance. It's hot. Just stealing myself for those stupid split squat jumps. Hate them. All right, squat jumps. Six more. Okay, that's round 3. Back to squat. About a minute and a half left. Four. Okay, 24. Now I've got lunges. 1, 2. Oh, time. That was pretty miserable. Let me write down what I've got here so I can add it to our tracker. That means I have to count. That's 24, 48. Okay. All right. So that was fun. Now we have another 10-minute AMRAP to do. So this next one's going to be less cardio intensive, more focused on upper body and strength. Obviously, the leg ones are focused on strength, but it's kind of a different feeling. So tip this down. So I've got my chair. I've got my weight set up here. So we've got downward dog press ups. Okay, so those are, we did our downward dog at the beginning, but up on your downward dog, and it's more of like an overhead pressing movement, bringing your head down to the floor, than a like bicep press up movement. We've talked about this before, but it's really hard to get that kind of pushing overhead movement without any weights. So this is a good way to approximate that. So we've got 20 of those downward dog press ups. Then we've got chair dips. I'm over here. Okay, legs come out and then dipping down. Ooh, this chair is very low. Okay, so dipping down and pressing back up. Not an ideal chair to do it with, but make it work. Then we've got close grip press ups. So hands come in. Let me go sideways till my neck and shoulders are warm. I'm going to use my knees. Then you're going to bring your elbows in and press up that way. Make sure you're not bringing your elbows out when you do this one. So you can make a little diamond if you want, but it's really important that your elbows aren't coming out. Okay, they have to stay in, which means if you have to make more of like a W with your hands, that's fine to keep your elbows in. Not a big deal. I've always found that like when I make this diamond shape, my elbows automatically turn out, which makes it hard to keep them in line. So you can make a W instead. And then last one, is our weighted push-pull. This is my typical setup for it. I've got my gi. I like to use this wave gi because it's got, rash guard material inside. It makes it slippery. So we get up in our press-up position and we pull and we push the weight around. If you have a heavy book, you can use a heavy book. If you have a small child, you can use a small child. Whatever you've got that's heavy. Okay, we're using 18 kilos. I could probably stand to go up maybe 10 kilos on it, but work with what you've got. Other than that, those are our exercises. So you're doing 20 of everything except for the chair dips, which is 10. Okay, we're gonna go for 10 minutes and then record your rounds and reps. I'm just having such a hard time talking today. So let's get started before I mess this up even worse. Let's go. Ooh, some crunchy stuff in my elbows there. Chair dips are next. Okay. And then next is our close grip press ups. Like I said, I'm going to do these on my knees until I make sure my neck and shoulders are warm. Okay, And then our push-pulls. Okay, down dog triceps. Just gonna turn up the music a little bit. Seems very quiet. Okay. With our dips. Does anybody else just not like dips? I really don't like dips. The worst part about Tom being ill is that now I don't have a training partner until he gets better, which is just no fun at all. So I have to go running. Who likes running anyway? I have a feeling my whole body is going to feel miserable after these two AMRAPs. My run is going to be slow and short today. So we've got 5.5 minutes left. I've done 2 rounds. Sorry, this is not a very impressive workout to watch this morning. But, hey, you know what? Good days and bad days. Onto some dips. And I'm so slippery. I'm slipperying off the leather on the chair. Okay. These close grip push-ups are killing me. My arms are gonna fall off. Did I say pull-ups? Push-ups. Sorry. 3.5 minutes left. Five more of these. Okay, now for some push-pulls. Downward dog press-ups. Got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Just gonna keep trucking along, even though I feel like I'm gonna die. Or my arms are gonna fall off, one of the two. Onto dips. Onto dips. These stupid close grip press-ups, whose idea were they? I really am happy with whoever's idea that was. Okay, so that was time. I'm going to finish out the round. So almost done. Okay. So I managed 4 rounds in 10 minutes. Oh, now I can't move the kettlebell, which is, I suppose, how you're supposed to be after a workout. But we still have our sit-ups to do, which is exciting. So at this point, if you would like to stretch or leave or do whatever, you can do that. I've got 100 sit-ups to do because that's what we decided we were going to be doing. So I'm about to do those. I'm just going to give myself maybe a minute to rest in between those 2 workouts and these sit-ups. I was thinking I might do something different today, but I haven't decided if that's going to be a thing that I'm going to do or not. No, I think I'll do the same thing today. Maybe next week I'll switch it up a little bit, but I'm gonna keep doing those total sit-ups. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling them really low in my abs, which indicates to me that they're working the area that I know is still a little bit weak. Like my hips and my lower core are still kind of not quite knit back together properly. So I've been working really hard to get my hip drive back to where it used to be. That's one of the things that I noticed really kind of disappeared after I had FIA, was my ability to like drive, particularly, I'm just going to chat about this while I rest, particularly up from this kind of position. I lost a lot of that hip drive, and I think a lot of it came from like core instability. So that's why I try and do I've been adding a lot of those hollow bodies, all that kind of stuff that works that area, because I'm writing the workouts and I need it. So you're all getting it too. But now, like I said, if you want to stretch. If you want to do 100 sit-ups with me, that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to do as many as I can, and then have a rest, and then do as many more as I can. And then I'm going to go inside and have a smoothie. You should all do the same. All right, and I'm just putting it off now, so we may as well get started. And off we go. Ten. 20. I'm losing my whoop. It's too sweaty. 30. 40. Just gonna have a bit of a rest, and then we're gonna keep going. 50. Okay, we're halfway there. Just take a breather, and then I'm going to get back at it. $60. 70. Okay, I got 30 more. 80. $90. We got 10 more. $100. Okay, so that's that. It's done. So we've got our mobility class tonight for part of our groups, our various groups. We've got class tomorrow night and then again on Friday. So I will see you guys here tomorrow for a workout. On Friday, I might have a special workout for you, depending on how it all goes. But we'll see how that turns out. But other than that, I will see you guys here tomorrow.